Hey guys, the Gaming Geek here, and welcome to episode 1 of the Tea Party podcast. And with us this week we have...
It's on your face, it's on your face, you must speak first.
Oh, crikey. Right, hello guys, I am Pionic with the epic picture, I suppose.
Because he has a disclaimer that he will not view his face until 1,000 subscribers. So that's his situation. Arian?
Yeah, it is I, Arian, and yeah, that's basically it.
And of course, I'm Crazy Randoms, who's usually in these videos for no reason.
There we are.
So Gaming Geek, what's the podcast about?
What the podcast is about us, we're all friends, getting together, discussing some topics, some stuff in the weekly roundup we cover, just having a laugh, and hopefully doing what I like to do on YouTube, is keep people updated, keep things like a forum, and have a laugh at the same time.
If anybody says that we are copying off any other podcast on the internet, you should go find a hole. That's all I have to say. Just find a hole or a rock and live there for the rest of your life.
Seems legit.
Everyone is making
things have turned quickly on this podcast.
Yes,
Record.
they're already aggressive to the customers. Sorry, it's just I'm saying it straight.
We promise.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
but if you do not think we are copying, then welcome to the tea party. Make sure you have a cup of tea
Welcome,
ready,
everyone.
because this is going to be some funny stuff, hopefully.
Indeed. All right, let's start with the rapid fire session. Randoms, take it.
Yeah, I have an idea just to get to know each other. If you haven't seen any of us, or you're only subscribed to the Gaming Geek or Pionic, then I have an idea that will just get us to know each other. 10 rapid fire questions that I'm going to ask all of us, and I'm going to answer myself. How I've got it planned is question 1, because Arian is first on my screen.
Okay, yeah.
Then myself, then Pionic, then the Gaming Geek, which I believe is the same for everyone.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'm going to ask question 1, Arian's going to answer, I'm going to answer, Pionic's going to answer, and then the Gaming Geek. This
Okay.
way you can't think of your answer too quickly. So I'm going to start off nice and simple with question 1, which is, are you male or female?
Male.
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 Are you sure?
Male?
We have to think a little bit.
Okay,
That's-
very
that was
simple.
pretty
So that was a tester. We all get what we have to
Okay,
do
well,
here.
that's-
Right.
We
So
got it.
question 2. How old are you?
16.
I'm 20.
16.
17.
I feel like a bloody paedophile.
Oh, you're like a granddad in this situation here.
Yeah.
Yeah, back in my day, there was no YouTube.
Yeah, amazing.
So, firing them questions away, we'll go straight to question number 3, and that's where do you live, or if you don't want to say, but where in the general region?
The Netherlands in a town called Aalsmeer.
Now people are going to find you. You weren't supposed to say your location.
Move.
I
Yeah,
I live in Ireland, but not for long. I will be in England shortly. It is my plan to get the hell out of this country. Any Irish people watching? No offense. I just don't like living in a field.
No offense. Yeah, no offense.
That's pretty much like me. I live in the middle of nowhere. Like, seriously, I'm going to show you guys where I live one day. One day. But in Cornwall, basically, if you don't know.
Yeah, everyone knows that. I'm sure you've said it 1,000 times that you live in a field.
Field.
Cornwall. And the
Of
Gaming
course.
Geek?
If you haven't guessed by the Welsh flag, I live in Wales, which isn't in England. It's next to England, as some of the Americans tend to think, and it's part of the UK.
Ireland is not a part of the UK,
No.
for the people who are wondering. It's a
Yeah,
complete different place.
they're awkward.
Okay, so that's question 3.
Yeah,
on to
go
question
on.
4.
Bring it.
What is your favourite colour?
Blue.
I'd have to say green, like a lime green.
I'm going to go ahead and say blue as well.
Yeah.
Gonna be super awkward and say blue as well.
I can all tell.
Wait, I'll change. I'll take.
I'm going to
Blue.
tell Gaming Geeks was
change it.
blue because everything in his channel is blue.
Basically, yeah. All right, I'll change it. Turquoise. Turquoise. Wait.
Oh.
Now you're being
technically,
technical.
Yeah,
Mine's
you'd be-
lime
yeah,
green. I'm sure I could find a fancy name for a lime green.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be.
somewhere. Yeah,
Alright,
Jake is
no.
too simple. He'll just say blue.
Nah, blue's good enough for me.
Blue is
Blue
what
is
it
blue.
is.
Yeah, it's just
blue is
blue.
what it is. Congratulations.
There's
Jake's
nothing
the
else.
Okay, so on to question 5. What is your favorite movie? It's a bit of a more in-depth one, but it's a good thing to think about.
Looper. I
Blooper?
think. Looper.
Looper. I have no
Looper,
idea
yeah.
what that is.
I've never
It's
heard
a
of
pretty good movie. I've seen it a dozen times. It's a recent movie. It's recently come out, but yeah.
Genre? What genre is it?
Action.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think action and sci-fi.
So, there's one for the books. I'll be watching that later just to find out what it actually is.
we know
My
viewers random.
favorite movie. Combined, I'd have to say The Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, okay. Combined, I'll have to say Harry Potter because that's just.
Oh no!
No, don't age,
Oh,
don't
no.
age, don't age.
We've
Don't
got a
age.
Justin Bieber in the group.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah, Justin Bieber of the movie scene here.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, yeah,
Oh.
right, yeah. Goodbye. Okay.
Pionix.
I don't know. It's kind of a mix between. I quite like I Am Legend. That's a pretty good film, and
that's
The
good.
Fast and Furious 5. That was pretty
I
cool. I
haven't seen
thought.
that one.
Mm. Fast and Furious starting to get a bit old now, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
my favorite
it-
film when I was like 3.
I
And
never
they're working on
watched-
another one for this year.
When I was 3, you were about 12. Or
I never
something.
watched the
No,
old ones though, so it's
when
like
I was 3, you weren't even born.
Yeah, I was thinking then. What? I was like,
Game of Geek?
I'm gonna say Hot Fuzz.
Never
Film
seen
I've
that.
watched the most.
You've just mightily slightly changed my mind on the Lord of the Rings there, because Hot Fuzz is a funny film,
is.
along with the Shaun of Dead.
Yeah,
along
Shaun
with
of
Shaun
the
of the Dead. Although you did say, I asked you this in your Q&A, and you said Shaun of the Dead.
No, you said best horror film.
Best zombie
Whoa.
film. Ah,
Okay,
yes.
well, there you have it.
Correction.
Whoa.
Sit
it
down, my
back.
friend. Sit down.
Take it back. Okay, so that was question 5. We're now on question 6. Favorite game ever?
Pokemon.
Pokemon?
Yeah, I've played all the Pokemons on the Game Boy Advance and Color and the DS, but I haven't played it since Pokemon White and Black. So that's it.
Red and blue. That's all I play, and that's all I like to
Played
play.
every single one of them, completed it. I've about on Ruby. I have 1,422 hours. I know. I don't have any life.
I stick them all on an emulator and then put it onto like 1.3 speed because I hate walking about in any game. Any game, I hate walking about.
Yeah, we know that.
So I'm a fast-paced man.
He was the one speeding around on the server with the walls.
Yes. Not in game though. Only in pre-lap.
Yeah,
still.
only in pre-lap. People still shouting hacker though.
Yeah, so it's like kick Brenda.
And I was like,
kick
calm
Brenda.
down. I know who he is.
He's not hacking. I actually
It's
got
just
kicked
him
from
being him.
Fazil's server for doing that, but I wasn't doing it.
Well, I saw the
I
hacks.
really
saw them.
can't decide. Pokemon is good, but I like Super Smash Bros. And then Brawl or Melee or any. Those were
Are
good.
you the
Those were
youngest
good. On the
here?
GameCube, those were really good.
Are you
On
the
the Wii.
youngest here?
I'm
I'm
probably
not the youngest. Jake is the youngest.
Jake is the youngest.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
intrigued to
no.
find out what Jake's favorite videos. My favorite game is going to be a mix between Crash Bandicoot, all of the Crash Bandicoot series, and Ratchet and Clank. In history, that is. They are my favorite games. I will play them a 10 to the dozen.
Ratchet and Clank are good. I have to admit,
I don't
they are
played
really
them.
good.
They're good. Yeah.
Never really. I don't know. Well, my
Can you-
favorite game.
So you can
of
cover.
all
Can
time.
you cover a
Go ahead.
series?
A series?
Series.
Like, can you say like a series of games? It has to be one
Yeah,
particular.
Pokemon, I just said.
Oh, right,
yeah,
sorry.
Pokemon the whole
Series,
series.
I suppose.
Right,
Ratchet
I
and
can. Yeah. No, I wasn't listening. Fine.
Not listening
Right,
to the podcast. Come on.
I don't really know. I don't know. Probably I'm gonna say San Andreas because I just had such fun on that game. I know it's outdated now, I say, but back in the day when that's all I had, it was just awesome.
GTA 3 was still better for me.
I never
Vice
played that.
City.
Never played it.
GTA, I just used to
San
get in
Andreas,
every car. I used to get into every single car and put Chatterbox radio station on.
Oh, that was
My
funny
God,
as
that
hell.
was the funniest
That
thing.
was,
That made the
yeah,
game for me.
It did.
I never did any missions. I sat in my car and just listened to music. That's all I did. Listen to the Chatterbox. It was so funny.
Amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. I actually downloaded it
you?
recently. Yeah, you can actually download
He just
them.
sits there by himself listening to it now.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So, Gaming Geek.
This was a difficult one actually because there's two series I like a lot. Like I was gonna say Burnout because I used to play so many racing games and I used to
that
love
was
the
good,
Burnout
yeah.
franchise. I play every single one of them. Burnout Paradise I put so many hours into, you know. But I have to say like the one that I always remember fondly and still do, and I say always, it's like not that old, but it's the Uncharted series. It's a series that I always like. I'm like I really enjoy playing that, and I could go back and play it all the way through again every single game. You know.
Yeah. Well, your problem with Burnout wasn't my game because I couldn't drive. I played Need for Speed, where if you crashed into a barrier car, did a backflip, you carry on.
Oh,
You
yeah.
love
right.
Crashing cars, I hated crashing
Ah.
cars. I like to race and win, not crash into stupid things that like where in Need for Speed, not the later Need for Speeds, Need for Speed 2 and Most Wanted.
Yeah.
They were so unrealistic that what made them fun.
Need for
And
Speed
then they
was
started
like going
making it.
downhill like over.
Yeah, they made it too realistic to me. Like I don't want it to be a driving simulator. I want it
Yeah.
to be race the streets in a car that shouldn't actually go that fast, no matter what you do to it. You cannot make a Peugeot 106 go 200 miles per hour, but you could in Need for Speed Underground too.
Yeah.
Those racing games are beasts.
Oh, you like the fast things, yeah. Fast-paced person.
Okay, so that's the questions round. And Enchanted, I've not actually played it because I'm not a PS3. I'm not a PS3 fanboy. Well, I was a little bit, but I've not actually bought any of the PS3 original only games. So
I've never played it.
Must be something I'll try. I will try it.
Honestly, it's like especially the second and third. They're like watching movies, but you're playing a game at the same time. So.
I believe it. My guess would be it's an Assassin's Creed kind of game, but the next level up.
I know.
Well,
yeah. Oh, yeah. Graphics. Yeah. Yeah, I thought you liked saying as a game in general. I was like, no. But yeah.
Maybe.
It is like Uncharted 3 is going to sound really awkward now. But it was the first game that actually like kind of part of it actually got me like kind of emotionally tied. There was something that happened. I'm not going to say in case you play. There's something that happened, and I was actually like, oh my god, what the hell? Like they did something, and you didn't see it coming a mile off, and you were so pulled into that game that I was just like shocked. I was literally shocked.
What?
And that's the first game to ever.
That's a good thing in a game. That's what you want in a game.
First game to ever do that to me.
I know there was a game where if you played it, and then at the end you figured out you were the bad guy. I don't know. That was pretty weird.
I think that was a movie, and it's
that wasn't a movie. That was a very good game. I played it a lot, and then at the end you're like, yes, I'm gonna beat this man, and then he takes off his hoodie, and then you see he's the bad guy. Like, I played as him.
I never got to the end of Heavy Rain. It's not Heavy Rain, is it?
No,
probably not.
No idea. Oh no, I don't know. Well.
No.
Right, next question.
Okay, the next question is a little bit more of a personal one, but it just clears the breathing space. It is an awkward one. Virginity, kept or lost?
Kept.
Wow.
I'm going to go last.
Just to say to everyone who's listening, no, you haven't clicked on RedTube. Okay.
You haven't? Oh.
Accidentally clipped.
Wait.
All right, I kept.
You kept?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're kept. You're all kept. So you're all.
You're the only one with some experience.
I say I have experience. It's because I have 2 kids and I am 20. So there's no shame in keeping it.
No.
Yeah. So there you go. It's just a question because
Fair enough.
that narrows the sex talk. So if you're here for sex talk,
that's all you're getting this week.
That's all you're getting because they don't know anything.
We don't have any.
You don't have any experience, and
Everyone's cracking jokes there and being like, "What?"
Yeah, it's just like, have you ever done this? Obviously not. Currently have a girlfriend or boyfriend is question 8.
Wait. No, I don't.
So you don't
You
have
have
a
to think
girlfriend.
about that. You're like, wait,
wait,
do I
girlfriend or
consider her to
boyfriend?
be a girlfriend?
I don't have a boyfriend? Nah.
Currently, no. Just broken up from a long relationship.
This is quickly going to turn depressing. We're all going to... The Crazy Random's going to bring out his depressing story. We'll all be...
This is what he said. If I said anything depressing, he was going to make that noise. So that just shuts me up.
No.
Yeah. Get ready, guys. You're going to hear that sound a lot.
Could get irritating. I'm a nope.
No.
No, so everyone's single. So 4 single guys on the internet.
This could get awkward.
We should be playing, what's that game? World of Warcraft, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, World of
I
Warcraft.
shouldn't say that. World of Warcraft is certainly not for virgins. I'm terribly sorry about that.
No.
I got bored of it very quickly.
Question 9 is, what were you doing before the podcast?
What do you mean? Literally just moments before?
No, before we went through tech issues and just before you decided to come on the computer to do the podcast.
Okay, all right.
I was actually at the store getting a lot of energy drinks, so a load. I'm not even joking. A load. I've got 10 orange monsters, 2 green ones, and 5 Red Bull half.
Holy crap!
I know I'm an addict, but that is about a week worth.
And how far are we in? We're about 10, 15 minutes in, and I'm dying for the loo already. I've just been literally before.
Seriously,
I think I'm diabetic. It's quite quite
Ooh.
scary. But no.
Okay, well, that's podcast talk.
Before the podcast, I was actually in a taxi on the way here. But before that, I was with my girls because I haven't seen them since Christmas.
Oh.
Don't do the sad noise.
I need to do it. Wait, there isn't the sound. No. Oh.
Okay, right. I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm the sad one who was playing Black
Were you
Ops.
masturbating? That's what everyone's waiting for.
Oh,
Somebody
you're
has
right.
to
I
be
was playing Black
masturbating.
Ops actually.
I was playing the Black Ops game. You know it. It's new. You gotta
Wait,
get the
what?
gameplay up.
Black
I was
Ops?
totally waiting for you to say I was on Red
What is
Tube.
Black Ops?
Everyone is thinking it like. Well,
I was on Chatterbait.
Chatterbait! Oh!
Hey.
No, I
that's-
wasn't. I'm not saying that I was. I was kind of repeating his joke.
It's on the internet. It'll
Yeah.
stay forever. Just saying.
But I was impersonating Jake, so you know.
I'm gonna gif that so easily. I'm just gonna have you saying I was on
I was
Chatterbait.
on Chatterbait, and then,
And then I'm gonna send it to them guys who make audio songs out of people talking. And there's gonna be I was on Chatterbait
I was on
with the
Chatterbait,
sound
yeah.
effects. Okay, so that's question 9. Bit of an awkward one, but nobody had any awkward answers.
I never actually answered.
No, you didn't. You didn't answer your question.
I was actually. I was having food, and before then, I was doing something in preparation for a video series that will be coming to my channel. I don't want to say what it is yet. I'm going to announce it. So
Don't do it.
I was doing something secret. That's not.
It's not Chatterbait or
Yeah,
That's what that is right there.
Wait, that's
it was
kind
YouTube video related. There we go.
YouTube.
Yeah.
You sure it's not? You sure that YouTube or
Move on.
Okay,
Next
okay.
question.
Final question to get to know us is your most embarrassing moment that you can recall.
Oh,
Oh god.
I've got so many, to be honest.
I don't
I'm
know.
not the person
I
in
actually
real life,
don't
I'm
know.
just saying.
I know, nor do I.
Most embarrassing one. I know that I once.
You've got time to think about it.
Yay. Okay.
Yeah, well,
I-
what's the audience going to do in the meantime?
Listen to Arians. Us three have got something to think about.
Yeah. You guys think about it. I'll just ramble on. So I think my most embarrassing moment ever was me in just riding a bike on my way to school, and I'm like, yeah, look at this. I can stand up and ride a bike at the same time. Look, I can take my hands off. And as soon as I took my hands off, I fell to the concrete, and it just messed up my face. I had everything everywhere, and yeah, people laughed. No, people didn't really laugh, but yeah, well, some did.
You feel
I
like everyone's
I
laughing.
feel like I've been laughed at. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, well, it was a good day for me. I just got something recently which I like to show and stuff, and I couldn't that day. I went to the hospital. My mom came. She was, oh my god, what happened? And yeah, I fell. How did you fall?
Just doing epic
Wind.
stunts.
The wind did it.
The wind.
All right,
Blame it on the
you
wind.
go around. You go.
Despite writing these questions, I didn't even think about it. I should have
Oh.
really had a pre-story, but I can come up with one of about 1 million. I don't know if it's
Yeah.
my most embarrassing. I have hundreds. Some I'm not secure for the internet, but I'll tell you the next one.
Okay, well,
Some-
this is embarrassing. This never happened.
Yes,
never happened to me before.
This
What?
has never happened to me before. What is going on? But I
that
can say
involve
I'll say a younger one when I was younger, so I have some self-respect. Not at all, but I was 12. I'd say around 12, maybe 13, and I was in the bath, and for some reason I decided to get up and start dancing in the bath. Don't ask me why. Don't know what happened. You can't be crazy without being random, and that's what that is. And I slipped and fell, and I whacked my elbow on the tiles, and I cracked the tiles, and I split all my elbow open. And every single time somebody sees that scar on my elbow, they're like, "Oh, where'd you get that scar from?"
What the
So
Wow, let me tell
obviously,
you.
I'm not gonna tell them I was naked in the bath dancing around like a fool and slipped over. Everyone knows now. Congratulations, Brendan. You've just told
It's on the
them.
internet. Yeah.
That everybody I've told that story to, I've lied to and said, I was a skater at one point and I used rollerblades. I said I fell and a piece of
Make it an
glass
epic
right in
story.
my elbow and something
Oh.
epic. Or every time it was different because I could never really remember what I'd said to the last
Oh,
person.
God.
But yeah, I was dancing naked in my bath and broke.
Okay,
and split
well.
my elbow open. So that's relatively embarrassing.
That's a pretty good one, actually. I'm not gonna lie.
And if that's not even one of the major ones, God, my life is screwed up, and I'm only 20.
I'm 16 and yeah. All right, Bionic.
I don't really know actually. I'm gonna go ahead and say one where I was. It's probably not my most embarrassing because there's been worse ones I know there has, but I just can't think of them right now. But I'm gonna go ahead and say we were like in our kind of playground, I suppose, back in the day of school days, and we were putting these epic stunt jumps over big walls and things like that. And there's me like, I got this, pulling those jumps. But no, there's a little kid that runs around the corner. I tried to stop myself halfway over the wall and like smack my head on the flipping pavement or something. It was bad. It was, oh my god. But like everybody, it was like, you know that feeling where everyone's looking at you. It's just
yeah.
Like,
oh well.
oh.
Don't even begin. Don't even begin. All right.
Yeah.
Just,
And you're like, blame the kid, not me.
yeah, everyone's like, yo, come on.
You're an idiot. You're an idiot.
Everyone's just like,
What the hell was that? You got
I think I
this.
broke
don't
my head
think
or
so.
something. I don't know. It was bad stuff. But yeah, it's probably not the worst, but you know, so I can think
It's one of the. Yeah.
Yeah,
All
one of
right.
that.
Gaming Geek.
I was hoping that the time would help, but it's not. No.
You're
I'm
like-
still sitting
You
here.
have
I'm
an
like,
advantage. You have an advantage. You're the last one.
I know. Well,
I guarantee
like-
he has
I got-
hundreds,
I've-
he just doesn't want to say anything.
I've got one that I don't like explaining very often, and I think I may have said it before to you guys anyway. But I once kind of slipped downstairs, like just slipped from the top all the way down. But I was stupid enough. Right, I'll start again. Right, I'll start from the beginning. There was some stairs outside. I was on holiday, and the stairs were like tile stairs. They were outdoors. It was coming from like our apartment thing down to the ground floor, and they were wet. But I couldn't see for the life of me they were wet, and I didn't scrutinize them. I didn't get down on my knees automatically to see if they were wet. I just assumed it hasn't been raining, they wouldn't be wet, but they were. So I stepped on the top step. I slipped, and I fell down half the stairs. And then, for some stupid reason, but known to me, I immediately thought, do you know what, I can compose myself, and I got straight back up, and I pretty much just went dizzy, knocked out, and fell down the rest of the stairs. So, yeah, I fell downstairs twice in a row.
That's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
So,
That's a
like,
pretty
was
good
it
one.
was it
It
because
isn't-
like, you fell down the stairs? Did you actually hit your head on the first way down?
I just fell on my ass on the way up halfway down, but the second half, because I knocked out and not really anyone properly saw me. Like, there was one woman that was sitting like a distance, but she couldn't really see properly, and I just kind of like came around, and I was kind of on my on my hands and knees, like on the bottom of the stairs, and I was like, how did I ended up here? I didn't even know, like, so it was a bit weird, the second one, but it could have been worse.
I think it was an adrenaline that caused you to adrenaline and pain that probably knocked you out
But
because you got up so fast, you shocked your body. I'd
Yeah,
say.
but I broke my foot, and I like the kind of the doctor was saying to me, like, the kind of way I did it, my foot must have been like completely like flipped back in a sense, like twisted back for me to do it in the way I did it. So it's quite a spectacular stunt. But yeah,
something like that. But it's
it's like the only way. It would have to have been like a really excruciating like twist or something. He said it's the only way.
Luckily, you were knocked out for that part.
Yeah. Luckily.
Oh, it makes me cringe.
So, wait, I've got a story. I was riding my bike, as I do every day to school, and it was about winter, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
So I went down a road. It was very, very slippery and stuff. I didn't know. So I turned. I fell. Like, oh, damn, I fell. And there's a car about to come because it was on the middle of the road. So I tried to stand up, and then I slipped, and I broke my wrist by just. So that's how I
never
broke
done
it.
that.
Because I slipped, and
I've never done anything like that. If I fall down, I stay down.
so I fell.
Don't give
I
a
tried
damn.
to stand up,
Everybody
and I
else.
fell again. Fell again.
It's like I'm down and out. You can wait for me to compose and get the hell up. Everyone's like, he's on his ass and everything. Like, if you trip me up in school, I lay in the corridor until everyone's buggered off. It's like, I'm just going to stay here and
I
wallow in
like
my
the
shame.
floor. It's nice. It's cool.
Yeah.
yeah, it's
At least I can't fall over again.
what is your friend?
That's what I did. Get up and fall over again. and the number one question that, like, when I had to keep going back for the hospital, and if I saw different like nurses or things like that, like about it, the first question I'd always get asked was, "Were you drunk?" And no, I wasn't. It was in the middle of the day.
That's no excuse.
I wasn't. No, but I wasn't drunk either. But it was still the middle of the day, and it was like,
Yeah.
no.
But you can't drink, right? In the UK, you need to be 18. I think?
18.
Yeah, I was.
18, it is, yeah.
Yeah, I was abroad at the time. Yeah, but still, like,
We need to be 16. So
Oh, really? What is
yeah,
this?
but I don't
Come-
drink. I don't drink. So
compared to like over the ocean, over the ponds. You know, it's not that bad.
Yet England has got the most drunk teenagers in the world.
There might as well be no age restrictions. There might as well not.
No.
Yeah, it does nothing really, does it?
It does nothing.
I suppose.
I have so many times walked into a shop, and just before I walk in, some midget, 12-year-old, walks up to me.
Can you buy that for me, please?
Drink, please. Or cigarettes. And I'm saying no. He goes, oh, come on, they won't serve me. It's like, never, you're freaking 12. Like, if I have to look down at you, literally look at the floor to see you, you shouldn't be drinking. and he says, well, my girlfriend's there, and she's bloody pregnant as well. It's just wrong. Back in my day, I drank a lot.
You're dead. 4 years.
Back in my day, I drunk a lot as well, to be honest.
To be fair though, right? I tried to get Black Ops 1 like on release ages ago. I just thought I'd try it.
Yeah,
like,
but that's a game.
Yeah, I know. It's 18s though, but this guy just off. Like, I was a bit taken back. He's like, "I'll give you Black Ops." I was like, "Who are you?" He's like, I didn't kind of trust him, but I went up to try myself, and like that didn't work. So he's like, "Okay." So I was like, "Okay, but I'm coming with you." So I came with him. I literally handed over the money and did everything else, and you just standing next to me, and they still sold it.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay.
Yeah.
What, you literally just gave him the game?
No,
I'll get you Black Ops if you let me give you some candy.
No, what he said to me is like, he said to me
Just
like, he
follow
went.
me behind this truck.
He said to me like, I went with my son like to the midnight launch, and like I knew he really wanted it, so I I'll get it for you.
Yeah. Fair enough.
A lot of people said that to me because I used to, when I was like 16, 17, I used to ask people to go into the shop for me. So it was always my duty among my group of friends. You ask, and it's like. You see the woman, and she's like, "Can you just go into the shop for me, please?" It's like, it's nothing big. We don't want a massive order or anything. It's like, no, because I wouldn't let my daughter out drinking. I can guarantee the area I was in doing all this, there is no doubt in hell your daughter was not probably already knocked up. I'm afraid to say.
Oh, God.
Should we move on to the other question?
We should move on.
Yeah.
Okay.
And to give the podcast a little bit of a break from my stupidity, I'm going to go to the loo.
All right.
Well.
Okay. In the meantime, we'll start on the next topics. You can join in. Okay. So, the weekly roundup has just gone up as we're recording this, but it'll be up. It's been up for a couple of days by the time you guys are watching this at home, and we're going to talk about a couple of the topics that I discussed. So I thought it'd be quite cool to get your guys' opinions on it as well. So the first one is to do with the Wii U. I talked about people that were getting the Wii U secondhand were able to download games that previous owners had bought, and it was down to some sort of glitch. Now, I just want to know what you guys first thoughts on that.
Well, yeah, of course. First thought is free games, but
Yeah,
then,
that's what I was saying.
yeah,
I don't know.
free games. No,
I
but
don't
actually, it is not the best thing to. I think they should patch the glitch.
It's not the best marketing strategy for Nintendo.
No, exactly. They'll lose money. They'll lose games. People just say, "Hey."
And not only are they losing the money on like the games, they're also
on the
if people
console as well.
if people are
because-
already going, I'm gonna buy it second hand.
Yeah, because I get
then
free games for
Nintendo
that.
don't get
Yeah.
any money for that.
So
True.
But it's,
I don't know.
It's apparently to do with like the problem with the way that the Nintendo Network ID is so linked to the console, so hardwired. Once you register it once, it's still kind of there, even if you wipe the console. That's what they think is causing it. But there's no official word for Nintendo yet. But
will they release a patch anytime soon for it, or?
I don't know. Nintendo haven't given a response yet. All we know is this
That's,
happening, and Nintendo stayed a little quiet.
They're too
I
scared
bet
to
you
admit
they're already like calling like their their like lawyers or something and going, can we sue people about this? Is it possible?
Yeah. guys, we need some money here. Come on.
Can you
Some
sue
money,
them?
come on, we've lost so much. Just sue
Can we
them.
just blame Anonymous again?
Yeah.
Then again,
Is that possible?
Oh dear.
yeah, no.
Crazy. We're
not
just
good,
talking about the Wii U, the free game stuff. What do you think?
Yes.
What was your what do you think that Nintendo maybe should do now? What's their next steps and why? And what's your? I might as well at the same time. We might as well get all your opinions on the Wii U, because this is not the first problem the Wii U's had since launch, and not the first things that keep coming up.
To me, Nintendo should just give up. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Stick with the handheld.
The handheld,
the
yeah,
console in the main running consoles. I think they should stick with the handhelds.
Yeah, I'm going to say handheld
actually,
as well.
Because
the handhelds are really good. Actually.
I can buy a Kinect or I can buy a Move with better graphics than the Wii U. To be a fact, they're just
2DSs. One broke, and I bought this one to save it up for it, and then this one worked again. So yeah,
Yeah.
But I've lost the charger. I don't know. It didn't allow the
I have
thing
about
to go
20
in.
DSs and about 3DSs. They're all broken, obviously.
Yeah.
Because I own a computer shop, so people are constantly like, "Will you ever get rid of that for me?" So I have hundreds of them.
You just keep them.
I do. Like they're not going in the bin because somebody wants an A button because the A button fell off. So I just take it off one of them.
I'd rather have this than this thing, the Wii. Don't really.
But by saying that, I'd rather have a PSP Vita than I still have a Wii. Then I'd have a 3DS.
Yeah. I
Well-
really want the Vita. I haven't got it, but it's something I really want, and I don't have that
does look
that same need for the 3DS. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it does
exactly.
look
So
pretty awesome.
in every aspect I can look at it, family game or not, for the kids, if you're 12 and
Yeah.
younger,
My-
you should have a DS.
My
Yeah,
niece
I
and
say
nephew
that.
have a DS. Like they love it. And
Yeah.
they play like
When they
Nintendo
have
dogs and stuff.
childhood
Oh.
menus.
But if you're
Menus.
over the age of 12, if you're playing a DS, you're a child to me. That's how it is.
It's-
If you're playing on the Wii, you're with your family playing bowling. That's
Yeah.
it.
It's
Yeah, it's a
Family
family
friendly.
game, isn't
I
it? Kind
think-
of thing.
I think Nintendo are like kind of killing the DS off themselves as well, because like they did the DS, then they did the DS Lite. We'll make it thinner. Then they go the DS XL. We'll make it bigger. Sell more. And then,
do that. And we'll do
now
that.
they've got like the 3DS. Oh, we'll add 3D into it this time. You know.
Yeah,
and
they
it's-
did
So-
Which is actually a very good thing because they're the first company to integrate glasses-free 3D into a
So-
device. Into a
Yeah, but
gaming
This
device.
the future of all games. Is this handheld things or?
Well,
in general,
that's
these
why
things?
people aren't buying so many 3DS because they've got an iPhone or an Android device that
Yeah,
just plays these
which-
games. It seems pointless
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
For the games you play on there, puppy life, look after a dog. I can find apps. I can find apps on Facebook and on
the internet.
the
I
Apple
had that
Store.
game. I'm not even joking. I had that game. It was
Yeah.
dog something. Ah, damn it! No, doesn't matter. Yeah.
Sony were asked about why the PS Vita didn't have any 3D stuff, and they were saying, well, we as an entertainment company put so much into our 3D experiences, like on the PS3 and things like that, that to make it a really good experience, we just don't feel that a portable device gets that same, good 3D experience that makes it worthwhile, to invest in.
No,
Then
the games aren't really 3D quality, to be honest. Look at the 3DS games.
No.
Oh no, they
they're-
mess up your
they're
eyes
boxy.
so fast.
They're boxy, because their graphics capability, everything is
Yeah.
everything
I've
is
never
full of
played
what is it? Pygons? Is it?
Um,
What is a game made of?
Graphics.
Polygons.
Polygons.
Polygons,
The ones,
yeah.
yeah. You see, the way a circle is made is thousands of polygons.
Yeah.
Wii doesn't do that. They make hexagons. So everything, your avatar is
Bit
a
box.
hexagon.
Yeah.
The dog is a hexagon. Put that in 3D, and I may as well be making it out of paper mache.
Well,
It's horrible.
also as well, like people seem to forget about the amount of headaches and things that people are getting
Oh,
when the 3DS
yeah,
come out, the
true.
migraines and stuff.
Yeah.
It hurts my
You've
eyes.
just got to let
be
your
honest.
eyes adjust. No, well, it shouldn't.
I've never
Most,
played it.
most people I know that has a
It's
3DS just has the 3D off most of the time, and I'm like, well,
Yeah.
that's besides the point.
Yeah,
Extra
exactly
50
that.
for no reason,
just get an
yeah.
XL then. Yeah.
Well, actually, the fact about that is just after that they decided to drop the prices on the entire on the entire Nintendo DS range. They went from 180 within a couple of months.
Yeah.
It was 140
Because they weren't selling.
Right. Because they weren't selling,
No.
because they heard the reviews and they if I'm going to commit to 180, I could spend an extra 20 and get a full console for that price.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I want to move on from the Nintendo bit because every time I mention, like in the weekly roundup, every time I say anything which I feel is truthful about Nintendo and being fair, I get dislikes.
All opinion. If
I
you
get
like
dislikes.
it-
I get dislikes. I don't know why,
Yeah.
but I do. So we're gonna move on.
All opinion. That's all you need to know. It's all opinion.
You guys get to choose. You guys get to choose the next one. We're either gonna do James Bond or Sony.
I like Sony. I like the topic of Sony.
Sony, yeah.
Well,
Over it.
Sony has recently filed a patent. This doesn't mean it's going to happen. It just means that they're covering their backs in case it does happen or they need it. It's filed a patent which basically uses a tagging system, which when you first put your game into your console, I'm guessing next generation PS4, then it will link that game to a PSN ID, we're guessing, and then, once it's linked. That game will only work with that PSN ID. You can't trade it in and sell it to anyone else because it won't work with anyone else. Also, it will obviously help combat piracy as well. Help,
Yes.
not
Yeah.
solve.
No, not so indeed.
Now, I think they're in a right to do so because you see, Xbox are integrating downloads only. There will be no disc in the supposedly
It's
in
gonna
the new
suck.
7.3. It's all downloads. You download the game to your hard drive. You play it from your hard drive. Lose the disc altogether.
But shouldn't the price then
which-
go cheaper? Because
Yeah, we'll
production
go.
of the
Yeah,
disc and
which
the
is what it'll
case.
be. Everyone
Well,
will go
that's why
towards-
people love Steam.
Yeah,
Because
Exactly,
Steam
that's what it
can
is.
pull the prices down because
Xbox will be integrating like a Steam-style system.
But the Valve
Go on,
console,
Jimmy,
that will.
sorry.
I think
I
the Valve
suppose it's
will.
good, isn't it? Really, as a whole, for like,
yeah.
I don't know, yeah.
But there are people out there that still prefer the disc, maybe that don't have internet.
Yes.
Let's
yes.
say.
Yeah,
And or don't have
right.
good
Internet.
internet, or don't have reliable or good internet.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to spend hours downloading.
It's all about
it.
profits and majority. The majority of gamers are American, and American can get a pretty good package.
Yeah.
Well,
of
not
internet.
everyone.
Not
And
everyone.
a lot of
No.
not
A
everyone,
lot.
but the
A lot,
majority,
yeah.
majority that are serious gamers have a serious internet connection. Now, yeah, there's one of them. I have a less than 8 megabyte download speed, which is pathetic.
Mine's like 4.
Yes, mine's on the
Wow.
same power as JX actually.
It's gonna take a
Yeah.
long time to download, isn't it? Though?
I
Like a
just-
whole
speed test,
game.
mine is
That is going to be the
24.
most disappointing
All
thing
right.
because as games have become downloadable, they're also going to get bigger in size.
Yes,
At
because
the
they don't
moment
have to worry
they're
about fitting
limited
onto
by
a
their
disc.
disk size.
Yeah.
As games are
Yeah,
expanding,
they're
and the
limited
graphics
by
are.
disk size.
Well, also, like, if most of current gen games are being upscaled into full HD, they're not really full HD. They are
No, they're
560 or
not,
whatever
no.
it is,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
they're
yeah,
upscaled into full HD. So if the next gen, the games are fully HD or at least 720, they're going to be
take up a
bigger
lot of the
anyway.
disc.
They're going to be
Plus,
bigger.
Yeah.
actually, they're actually
You
more
might
than
be able
HD.
to-
They're 4K or something.
Yeah, you
Well,
might
that's still rumors. Like, there's not.
Yeah, and
it's not
ideas.
They're not
confirmed,
gonna
but
announce
we're
it,
just
though.
speculating
Oh.
over.
Yeah. This is all speculation.
Yeah.
All right. So
Yeah. Games
what
are
was
going to
it?
get
Sony
bigger.
or James Bond.
Well,
Um,
we haven't
yeah,
finished.
we'll do the last one and we'll finish because we've been like 35 minutes at least.
Have
so.
we now? Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. James Bond is no longer on Steam for the moment because Activision are the ones that own the licensing. They bought it off Sony and MGM, the guys that own the franchise. And they had the license. They got it in 2006. It's supposed to run in 2014. But because James Bond hasn't been selling well, and one of the lead developers of the franchise went down in December, they don't operate anymore. They went bust. Activision are kind of trying to go, can we get out of this now? You know what I mean? Because, Activision all they care about is Call of Duty, because it's all that makes them money.
Yeah.
Money,
course.
not just Call of Duty. It's just money. That's what
Yes.
they care about.
Yep.
That's
So, do you know what? I feel that
They
James
signed a
Bond
contract.
games have gone downhill. They need to be in a good developer's hands to sort
Yeah, I
this
don't
out.
much like them personally.
I really have no.
I haven't
nothing to
played
say.
one
I haven't
since
played them
007.
at all. I haven't played any James Bond game.
Really?
007? I haven't played
Oh,
one
yeah.
since 007.
I
Yeah, same.
I played Everything or Nothing, and that was one of the best James Bond games, and it was one of the games I remember from my childhood in a sense, because that was a good
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
And that apart from after that, it just kind of went downhill.
Yeah, it's just like Tomb Raider. Tomb
Yeah,
Raider
exactly,
is
yeah.
exactly the same. I played Tomb Raider when I
Yeah.
was on PS1. Tomb Raider 2 came out, sucked. Tomb Raider 3 came out, sucked. And then they upscaled to a new console, kind of brought it back, then sucked again. And it's exactly the same as the James Bond, I
Have you
think.
seen the new one?
The new Tomb Raider
No,
or James Bond.
Wait,
no, I was thinking something else. Don't worry, forget about that. For some
But
reason,
no,
for some
if
reason,
they brought
Lara
another one
Croft-
out, I wouldn't even look at the cover. That's it.
No, I wouldn't either. I wouldn't like, decide.
I wouldn't
or think
noticed
about
it on the shelf. If
Hmm.
I saw the word Tomb Raider, I just wouldn't pay attention to the next part of the line.
But,
Doesn't matter
you know,
if you're
yeah.
Temple of the Gods, whatever you want to call it. I'm just not interested. And that's the same with the James Bond. I'd rather watch the movie than play the game.
yeah.
But if
The movie's
let's
expensive.
say say Activision drop it now, and Sony have their own developers. What if Sony developed it? They could make it good. They
Yeah,
have a lot of
they
good
could.
developers.
If you can bring a game back, I'm willing to try. If it gets a lot of good reviews and it's like, I still think people are going to be faithful to the idea that it's going to suck. That's what you do. You're not going to watch the trilogy of a movie if the first two were rubbish.
Yeah.
Like, that's the
Yeah,
fact.
true,
Even though
yeah.
the third one could potentially be the best movie.
But sometimes,
in the world.
if the games change developers or a film changes directors and cast and stuff, people do retry things.
They do, yeah, but not like a sequel to it. If they were to restart the whole James Bond franchise with a new development, if they did Back to the Day and then redid it from day one, then yeah, it's just like the new Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly,
Spider-Man
yeah.
1, 2, 3. By 3, it was kind of dead, but you really wanted to see the new one because it was starting again
Yeah.
for the night.
Yeah, that's good. That isn't
So
it?
that's- so
It
that
makes
could-
you
And
want to
they
see
changed the
it.
storyline in a
But
good way, I think. They've
In your sense
improved
of them
more
trying to
out
get out of
it.
it, the sense what the actual question was is they trying to get out of
well, I don't know.
Contract?
It's all kind of hush and there's a little less, but it like people are saying like from the way they're kind of acting at the minute to kind of the way they're in talk with Sony, it's kind of saying well that you know, and they're one of their developers for the series have just gone bust. You know, you can kind of guess what's coming.
Yeah.
Sure.
I don't think they should. They signed a contract. They're obligated to fulfill it.
They probably are, but you know they have some good lawyers, and if they want to get out of something, I'm sure they'll find a way.
Yeah, they will be able
Of
to.
course, yeah.
But
So-
in terms of right or wrong, it's wrong to jump out of it.
Yeah, of course.
All right.
But modern day, you can't argue that.
But you know, if you think about it, they haven't really done a good job with it lately. So for the love of games, it might be the best thing that ever happened to the franchise.
No offense, but let's do it.
Well, that's,
Take it away.
yeah, all right. I've got a good one. You can get any superpower you want ever.
We'll end
But
on this
you'll-
one, all right?
Yeah, just a random question.
Okay.
Just any superpower that you want is one power, but you have to trade in one of your senses. Which sense will you trade in and what power will you choose? And don't be like, yeah, supervision and I'll trade in my eyesight because then it'll come to stay. Don't do that.
Well, that
Damn it.
works well.
Yeah, but I recently thought about that and it's just, wow. would you trade a sense in? Even smell. I mean, smell is kind of useful if it's a gas leak anywhere or something. So, or you say, yeah, nah, you don't
Right,
know.
what's required for COD here? Okay, I'm going to trade in smell for something because COD
Yeah,
doesn't
I
need
mean-
smell.
Steel is
No, I don't know.
okay to have.
Xbox 720 comes with smell-o-vision.
Yeah, oh my God,
Son of a bitch!
I would like when someone throws a smoke grenade as well. Smoke just blows in your face.
Real life 4D, that's 4D.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool. I don't know though. Back to the question, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't think.
I have an answer, but I don't know how to explain the superpower.
Just say it. Just say what it is.
All right, okay. I'd give up smell. I can't smell anyway, so I don't mind losing that anyway. That's a fair deal for me.
Oh my God.
When I do smell things, it's never good things. For some reason, my nose can only smell things that are bad.
Oh,
So I'd be glad to get rid of that any day. My superpower would be able to clone items and shrink it and pocket it. Say, for example, I look into a shop window and see a really nice TV, and I just think about it, and it would appear where I want it to appear. It just replicate the exact model. I could do this with anything. Like I could replicate myself. If I look in a mirror, I could replicate a version of myself. And
quite, you know, Superman's normally to help other people, but you've managed to make it quite like about you. Now.
Screw other people. Nobody ever helps me. What are you on about?
I always wanted the Avatar: The Last Airbender, those powers, just spinning elements and such. I don't know why. I'm just in love with them. But,
I don't know.
so I don't know what to trade in though because I'm fond of my senses.
I'd use my powers for good as well, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because-
Okay.
Like, obviously, I benefit myself. I'd be able to look at a £10 note or whatever, and then duplicate it next to it, and then
Control-C,
duplicate them
Control-V,
two,
yeah.
and then them two, and then them two, and then them two, and before you know it, I then move into a nice big house full of cars that. Well, I could, like, if I did cars, it'll replicate the license, and then technically I've cloned the car, which is illegal anyway. So I can't do stuff like cars and stuff like that. I'd have to buy the car myself. But if I can replicate money,
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Be fine.
So yeah, but then to benefit myself, it's like, the government needs €10,000 worth of tanks. Show me one tank, I'll replicate them for you any day.
You could be famous, couldn't you?
And it's done.
The magic trick, I could show up to weddings and like, do you
Here's
really
a
want
here's
to?
another one.
Do you want a threesome with your wife? There you go.
Okay, that
Simple as.
ruined
It's
it.
like,
Yeah, you've got too far now. That's
brilliant.
yeah.
I would easily clone myself and then like.
All right.
sue
Yeah.
myself
Okay.
for-
Okay.
That's a scary movie reference. That was. In recent news, Michael Jackson has been the first man to clone himself and sue himself for sexual harassment.
Weird.
That's a scary movie.
Talking about Michael Jackson, that's a nice "This Is It" poster on your screen.
Oh,
Geek.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
walking over my bed, so to say.
Over your bed, just hanging. I mean, have you had any recent? I don't know.
Michael Jackson's brilliant. I don't know what you're on
Yeah, is
about.
it like
it-
it's always been like an
Nah.
inspiration musically. It's like to my music and stuff I do. So musically, I want to change. Actually, I've got
Black Ops
another
2.
post I was gonna put up there. I don't know quite what
Yeah,
was
that's
it.
it.
I still have my MW3 poster on the left. I haven't changed that yet. I was gonna get Black or something. I never got around to it.
I got it for pre-ordering it.
Ah, well, lucky.
Fair enough.
Oh yeah, superpower. I don't know what I'd get rid of though, because like I would happily like be able to. I'd love to be able to fly and travel the world easily, like just go anywhere I like. I'd love that. But I just
like the movie Jumper.
I don't know.
That's a great movie.
I'd love that. That is a brilliant movie.
Yeah, it is.
I couldn't think of any I'd like to get rid of. I don't know.
Do you really enjoy smells that much? Have you ever smelled something?
Bacon in the morning.
Oh,
love
bacon in the morning.
Bacon.
Yes, but with me, if I can replicate bacon and sleep on bacon, I don't think that's going to me.
Yeah, but like, I don't know.
Yeah, but listen,
Bacon always smells nicer.
Yeah, it does.
If
I lose my smell, I lose my taste.
Yeah, exactly. If you lose your smell, you lose taste. So
Yeah.
I'd rather get rid of. I'd rather get rid of taste or sense of taste, because I know when I'm eating, I don't really. Okay, well, sometimes it's nice, but then again,
It might be gone off
not
milk.
The only way I'd get rid of
Okay, well,
And you'd
okay. Well, you
actually,
can
no, you
smell
would be
that.
able to smell it. So you're safe.
Take the box
You're
and take the
Yeah.
carton, and then wait, this isn't.
Yeah, this is lumpy.
I mean,
I get rid of my eyesight for the devil. What is it? Daredevil skills. Because
really,
he hears sound. He hears and sees from what he hears.
That's kind of
the only
cheating.
way
That's
I'd give
cheating.
up.
That's like I'm
It is
saying.
not. It is
I
not.
was clairvoyance, but I'm losing my
It is
eyesight.
not. If you
Wait.
close your eyes and I click my fingers on one side and click my fingers on the other, you'll know where it is. That is technically your sight, because you can visualize which direction, and you will put the clicking sound on one side, and your brain will make an image of a noise coming from the left side or the right side. So it's not cheating. It's just amplifying my hearing, that I can actually
compensating.
pinpoint the exact location of that sound, which makes an image of what I'm looking at.
In my eyes, three things should always just stay: hearing, seeing, and feeling.
Damn it.
Wait, what's the other three? No, I think feeling is a good thing, because you know where if you're sitting or not. Let's say.
True.
But there are other senses actually. They've not recently, but
The sixth
I mean, there's
sense.
sense of no, not that. It's just sense of temperature, sense of knowing where your body parts are in space. There's sense of balance. There's really a lot.
Well, you'd be useless without balance. Come on.
You wouldn't be able to stand. You'd be like flopping over.
You'd just be in jail all the time. You're still
I'm
blooming
Superman.
That'd basically be it.
So, Gaming Geek, what would you lose then?
I don't know. I honestly do not have a clue, because like
temperature in.
I would if I literally had to, then I would have to say like sense of smell or something. I don't know, but
Yeah,
I don't want to. I don't
I think
want
smell is the first thing everyone would get rid of.
Yeah.
because They don't want to be blind. They don't want to be deaf.
No,
Well, no, because
yeah,
I couldn't play music then if I was like blind and deaf.
Exactly.
You couldn't.
Yeah.
If you were
I
either
could,
blind or deaf, you'd lose
I mean,
that
you could,
ability.
but
And if you lost the feel
yeah.
of touch, you wouldn't be able to correctly know what you're exactly doing. So
You
smell
can't play.
is the
You
first
can't play
one.
the guitar without knowing how to feel. You just can't. It's just
No,
impossible.
you can't feel the music. Have you never heard that expression?
Smell would definitely be the first one.
First, smell. Yeah, smell
Yeah,
is the
I'm going to go ahead and say that.
most useless sense ever.
Useless. It's used
It's
for
that-
smelling of flowers. That's
well,
about it.
Your sense of smell is used like to your body like, kind of like prepares yourself for eating. In a sense, it's kind of weird. If you smell the food, your body already does the things it needs to do in order to
It does the
process
tasting.
food.
It actually does a bit of tasting.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it and
improves taste.
yeah, and also like it makes your mouth water, and then water in the mouth actually breaks down the foods in your mouth.
And
as
it
you're
tastes
chewing
good.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well.
true. Sure.
So if you have you ever put like just like bread in your mouth, like just get a little bit of bread and just leave it in your mouth, and have you noticed like if after a while it'll actually
Go soggy.
Go
no,
moldy.
sugary. It'll actually start to taste sugary.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
If you chew a piece of bread 100 times, it like sugar. That's all you can taste.
Yeah.
Same exact same thing.
It's from the breakdown, like it's the way like your body breaks it down in your mouth.
Well, you just went on.
But I have a medical condition which means I can't smell, so I haven't properly tasted bacon in a long time.
Oh, you're missing all the tastes of the world.
I want the bacon.
Well,
I have to practically
Right.
drink bacon fat to taste anything.
on that note, I think we're gonna leave it there. So thank you guys for coming to the podcast.
Yeah.
It's been fun.
yeah.
Hopefully,
Definitely, Mitch.
you should all be coming next week. I don't see why not. You.
Yeah, I'll definitely be here next week.
Yeah.
I might be doing it from my shop. That's all.
Okay.
I'll say.
Okay.
But,
Fair enough.
Change of scenery in the background, but
yeah. I'll just mention I did not purchase these curtains
Yeah, I was just going to mention that. I was like,
because I moved into the house and the curtains were already there. I just haven't been bothered to change them. I did not paint the walls this color. I did not choose any of the furniture. It is a rented house, so it's furnished already. I hate
I'm on my
it.
subfloor, so those things are just there's a random drum set right there, and there's all radiators and stuff. So that you'll probably see a lot.
Well then.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for coming. And thank you guys for watching as well. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to every one of our channels. I'll put a link in the description to everyone's channels, and we'll do it in reverse to everyone else. And leave any feedback, anything you want to see in the next episode, anything in particular, any improvements, leave them in the comment section below, and we'll try and implement them. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next week. But as always, drink tea and game on.